I'm a knucklehead at times.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
Are you ready?
We the best.
Do not come.
It's time.
Welcome back to another Tuesday night episode of Tech Q&A with Tech Coach Ralph and the Tech Coach Ralph clone. We are, as always, engineered to win. How is everyone doing tonight? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully, if you are in Florida, you have gotten out of Dodge from where Hurricane Milton is making its way to. I am in South Florida. As of right now, we're not at that much level of threat, but these hurricanes shift. I saw a slight southern shift earlier today. I was like, uh-oh, what in the world is going on? But guess what? We still don't miss. Tonight is Tuesday, October 8th, 2024. We are in for Tech Q&A tonight. I have the call-in link open. If anyone has a question and wants to call in, well, just click on the link. It is pinned to the top of the chat as well as in the description. And I'm just going to drop it right now into the chat. Static? Are you serious? Am I getting static? Oh, hold on. Let me see, Mitch. Let me see. Static. Let me see. What? Hold on. Let me see what I can do. I am getting static. All right, let me see what's going on. Let me test it out again. Thank you for letting me know, Mitch. I appreciate it. I would have never known. Seems like it might be okay, but let me know if it happens again, Mitch. Let me know. I don't know. I always trying to test this thing out. Who knows? Who knows what's going on out here? But we'll figure it out. And yeah, so far so good out here. It's been a little rainy. Seems like it might be okay, but let me know if it happens again. Sounds good. Yep. It's been a little rainy. But we haven't got any winds yet. But tomorrow around this time, who knows? Who knows what might be happening? And I have a way I'm gonna before we get into the questions, I have something I'm gonna show, which I think your car will definitely appreciate. But let's start off with our agenda for tonight. So first and foremost, I just want to say, let me just throw that up there just like that. First and foremost, I just want to say a big shout out to all of the new subscribers as well as those who have been with me for a very long time. Like my guy Mitch out there, he's been with me when I had like barely any subs. Shout out to my guy Mitch and all those who have been rocking with me for a very long time. I appreciate you all.
I appreciate you.
And shout out to the tech savages out there. Those are my tech barbarians. Those are the tech prodigy members, the technical explorers, all of those in the Patreon. Shout out to you all. You guys are the best. And shout out to our YouTube members who help to support this channel. My tech mercenaries out there. Shout out to you guys.
We the best.
And of course, we can never, ever, ever forget. Shout out to the bag chasers.
Money.
And last but always not least, in any ways, shout out to your car and the tech pookies out there.
Hey.
So, and with that being said, do me a big favor. If this is your first time here, do me a big favor. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can know every time that we go live and drop new content. We go live all the time. We drop new content all the time. You don't want to miss it. All right? And go over to techcoachrob.dev. You can sign up for free. I just uploaded a video that I did. It was a Scrum, my first Scrum night that I did last year, and I uploaded the clip of where I was breaking down the how story pointing works using the Fibonacci sequence and all that. You can get that. It's gonna be for free until tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so it's in the Patreon right now. It's available for free, but I'm going to make it for paid tiers only by tomorrow at 5 p.m. So go and sign up today. You can sign up for free and you get to see that. I break it down very, very extensively. It's about a 35-minute video that we're talking about it. There's other people on the call with me, and we're just like, talking about it. That's what we do as Tech Barbarians. So check it out, techcoachralph.dev. It is available now until tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time for free for you to watch, and you can ask questions, you can leave me a comment, and all that good stuff. All right, that is techcoachralph.dev. You can also sign up for one-on-one coaching there and tons of other exclusive content at techcoachralph.dev. All right, and then let's jump into our live show schedule real quick. We have Sunday afternoon software explorations, working through DevOps. Tuesday nights we have our Q&A sessions like we're doing tonight. Thursday nights software explorations. We're working our way through building out the our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data. We set up the API, we set up the front end. I actually used it this past Saturday. It was pretty cool. I'll show you some updates that I made. That's coming Thursday. We have our morning show Mondays and Wednesdays. We start between 7:15ish to 8 a.m. where I call it Coffee and Kata. We have our cup of coffee, we review some news stories, and then we get into our mobile development. And then Saturday, we have the Men Lie, Women Lie, Numbers Manipulate show. Yes, we do. Numbers manipulate. And I promise you this, you will not catch me on the show just repeating the number 32 over and over and over again. I won't do it. I might do 33. But I will not repeat 32 over and over again. That is my promise to you, all right? That is the Men Lie, Women Lie, Numbers Manipulate show. And I have a line here because I almost forgot until I looked back at it. It says, always mention Mitch and Yakar. That show is co-hosted from the chat by Mitch and Yakar. Mitch requires me to say that due to contractual obligations. So I've said it, Mitch. I have said it. All right. Awesome. All right. We're good. We are good.
Let's get it.
All right. Now, our pre-recorded content, Mondays, Candid Conversations. I had a great one yesterday talking about building endless momentum. Definitely want to check that out. Wednesdays, we have software explorations, concept and overviews. We're going to be talking about sprint planning tomorrow. And then Fridays, we have the bug bite. I don't even know what this Friday's bug bite is about, but it's going to be good. I guarantee it. And then throughout the week, we have shorts as well as clips from the Q&A show that we make it in small bite-sized digestible pieces so that if you can't hang out with us and have all this fun with us for these 2-ish hours on Tuesday nights, you can get it throughout the week and, in small pieces. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to ask one more time, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can know every time that we go live and drop new content. All right. So with that being said, let me check the chat real quick, and then we will start off with this little video, and then we will get into our questions for the night. Hopefully your car's here, because if he's not here, then I'm gonna have to play this video back because he will appreciate this video greatly. All right. So, and thank you, Mitch, for letting me know that I had some static. And yeah, we are good out here. Like where we are, I'll see if I can pull up a map too, so you can see what's happening down here. Let me see. Let me close. Oh, come on, don't do that. Oh, hold on, let me try it again. I'll show you the map. Put us on the map. All right. Ooh, I don't like how that shifted. All right. So, yeah, we're good. I'll show you on the map in a second how it's looking. And where we're at, we really don't need to leave. And if it was to be coming at us, it would probably be down to a Category 1, which down here in South Florida, we eat Category 1s for breakfast. Yes, we eat Category 1s for breakfast down here. Just saying. Let me see. And I'm confused. How do you almost forget? Grow up. I mean, I get so excited reading the name of the show, and then I'm about to move on. I'm like, oh yeah, always mention Mitch and your car. All right, let me go ahead and take care of that. All right. I apologize greatly, Mitch. I did not mean to do that. Let me see. Give me a second here. All right. All right, cool. All right. So, let me see what else we got. We got Alexis in the building. What's up, Alexis? How is that playwright going for you? And we got my guy, Rod Brown, a.k.a. Mr. Tech Daddy, in the building. What's up, Rod Brown? How's it going? I saw one of the mayors said to leave or get unalived. I'll say it that way. Yeah, that mayor said that was the mayor of Tampa. The mayor said, if you stay, you will die. I was like, what? I was about to leave. I'm like, man, I'm like 5 hours away from you guys, and I'm about to leave. But all right, I'll show you the map real quick. I will show you the map real quick. Florida is a pretty big state. Well, like it does. I mean, it doesn't that big, but it's a pretty big state. So let me show you on the map. So this is the hurricane was supposed to go like straight through Tampa, but around like earlier today, it shifted down just a little bit. So now it's going towards like more like the Sarasota area. I am in this starred area right here, so we're probably going to be getting a good amount of wind and rain. But for the most part, I didn't even start the timer, but I'll put a 90-minute. What time is it? I'll put a 2 hour. We'll put the 2 hours. If we finish early, we finish early. We'll put the 2 hours up there. All right, but yeah, so we're pretty okay. We're pretty okay. But it can if it shifts just a little though, it gets kind of dangerous. It gets kind of dangerous for us. But we'll see. But yeah, that's it was supposed to come straight through here, but it shifted down. There goes Orlando over here. There goes Gainesville. There goes Tallahassee over here. So the other hurricane, it came like straight up through here, Hurricane Helene, at a Category 4. But I didn't even know Tallahassee was that far inland. I thought Tallahassee was more on the. More south. But that's probably why it wasn't too bad for Tallahassee because they're more inland. So it's but like those places that are on the board, like Tampa is on the. Tampa is like on like the water, right? Tampa's pretty much on the water. St. Petersburg is even more on the water. Sarasota's on the water. So these are the places that are in real danger. So they're telling them to like go more inland, go to shelters and stuff like that. But I'm more inland as well, so not too worried about it. But yeah, we'll see. But like the people who live like on the beach, that's where it gets real dangerous. Let me see. And it says, you in Celebrity Row Star Island. Shh. Come on, Mitch. Come on. I told you that in confidence, Mitch. And it says, oh, no, Disney. Disney is around... where's Orlando on this? Disney's around here. But they are closing Disney tomorrow at 11 a.m., I believe. So, or maybe it's 1 p.m. Whatever it is. But they're closing Disney at some point tomorrow. I saw a notification about it. For those who want to go and have some Hurricane Disney fun, it's all good. And your car says, "Stay safe, tech coach." I'm gonna do my best. All right. I've been surviving hurricanes for the past 30-ish years now, so it is what it is. My first hurricane, I believe, was Hurricane Andrew back in 1994. Homestead got the worst of it, but it wasn't too bad. And then I've been through Hurricane Wilma, I think it was called, and that was a pretty bad one. We didn't have power for like 2 weeks on that one. And Alexa says, yes, they have no beaches in Tallahassee. Your car says Tampa is a good place to fish. I've been fishing once. I was a kid when I went fishing that one time. It was a good experience. We went shark fishing. We went shark fishing. But all right, I'm gonna do this. Your car, this is for you. Your car, this is for you. All right, this is in honor of my friend. Your car. All right, we're gonna play this. Somehow I stumbled across this today, and let's just get to it.
Oh.
You going back? I'm going back too.
Baby, watch out.
Where's Fidel at? Get Fidel, Inaya. Right there.
Hey, let me know when the head go on the side. Let me know. Somebody let me know when the head go on the side of the thing.
I got you, yeah.
I'm going to say this, right? Every single person who's watching him and recording him and all that, they are all jerks. I would never talk to them ever again in my life. If I was this guy right here, I would never ever talk to them again. They see him struggling like crazy. You guys saw the video, but you haven't heard my take on it, right? You haven't heard my take. They see him fighting with an alligator. And they're just watching him. They're watching him fight this alligator, trying to get him into this trash can. Right? And then watch. Let's keep. Did y'all catch that We Fix It credit shirt? They're gonna end up on Pocket Watching with JT. He got a We Fix It credit shirt.
That's crazy. I don't understand that video.
And they see him struggling with that. That alligator has to weigh like over 100 pounds, maybe 200 pounds, I'm guessing, right? And they see him struggling. They're just watching. They don't even try to help him roll it or anything like that. They're just watching Mr. Durag and Flip Flops fight this alligator, fighting for his life, and like no one comes to help him. Try to like take it down to the little pond or lake or whatever that's called. And he's going down this little ramp hill type thing, and they're just watching. Like I mean, I wouldn't even be out there to be able to help him, because you're not gonna find me 100 yards within an alligator, knowingly at least, right? But they're just watching him struggle. That's crazy.
Well, everything. All right, let him go, bro.
And they're telling him what to do. Let him go. Like, you didn't put in on this man? And he almost dropped the trash can, and the top almost opened. Imagine that. Imagine if he dropped it and the top opened. Imagine that. Like, man, you will not catch me dead doing this.
Hey, bro, when you let it go, you gotta hop out and run.
You heard that? When you let it go, you gotta hop out and run. Nah, really? Oh, he about to turn on them jets. He probably ran track in high school. Look at that. You see that? Look at him. He's like, I'm about to turn him on. I'm about to turn him on. He ran slow as hell too. He ran slow as hell.
Hey, bro, back up.
And he comes back. What? Oh, no. Crazy.
Don't go in the water.
And they clap it for him. No, don't clap for me. Don't clap for me. Anyways, now that we got that started off. All right. Let me check the chat and then we'll get to our questions. Oh my goodness. I sure would, Mitch. Nope. I'll tell you that the house would have been on the market so fast. If I see an alligator in front of the house, I'm like, all right, we're out. We are out. I am moving to the Midwest or something. I will deal with the tornadoes, but I will not deal with alligators. Let me see. Because the alligator comes to their yard all the time. That's one time too many for me, and I bet you I wouldn't help you. Mitch, I wouldn't help myself. I wouldn't even help myself, you know. I'll be right there in the car with you, sitting in the passenger seat like, look at that alligator out there. Somebody should do something about that. It ain't gonna be me. Oh my goodness. Your car's like in flip flops. Says, I don't like that. Who don't you like? Who you talking about? Am I missing? Who don't we like? I'm lost. I don't know who he's talking about. It says, me neither. Born to hate. Who? I don't know who he's talking about. I'm lost now. I'm lost. It says, crikey, look at that beaut. Blake Fields finds that funny. Says, I hate people that make videos always talking about people. Somebody say something about him and he has a fit. I don't know who you guys talking. I'm so lost. Rob Brown says Florida man crazy. You know, it's wild. I mean, you guys thought that your car talking about throwing an alligator through the window was a joke? No, he's dead serious. Somebody did. Let me see. Florida baby alligator thrown in drive-through window. Let me see if I can find it. There we go, right there. Look at that. All right, somewhere else. Yeah, look at that. Florida man threw live gator in Wendy's drive-through window. Police say this happened in 2016. Alligators have been used as shoes, briefcases, university mascots, lunch, and now authorities say it's as a deadly weapon. Joshua James, 24, was arrested Monday and charged with assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill after Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation officials said he threw a 3.5-foot alligator through a Palm Beach County Wendy's drive-through window in October. He's also charged with illegally possessing an alligator and petty theft. Jail records showed he was released on $6,000 bail on Tuesday. He was ordered to have no contact with animals. See? Yeah, 3.5-foot alligator. It weighed about so that alligator that we just saw, right? It was probably what? I don't even know. 3.5 foot. I don't even know how big that alligator was. But this one, about 20 to 30 pounds for a 3.5-foot alligator. So an alligator that's about a yard long, about 20 to 30 pounds. I mean, you got to be throwing a 20 to 30 pound alligator through a window. That's pretty strong. He said the alligator bite would be comparable to a dog and would be unlikely to cause serious injury or snap off a finger, although it could tear tendons. No thank you at all. Perhaps the biggest concern would be an infection if a bite went untreated. I do not want to be bitten by any alligator whatsoever, or a dog for that instance, right? Let's see. I still don't know who you guys are talking about. The alligator, it was dizzy. And your car says, welcome to Florida.
Do not come.
Just saying. Let me see. I do forget what I say. I have no idea what I said. I have to go back and watch it. Yeah, your car says that alligator was about 6 feet. So maybe that one was about 100 pounds. Maybe, I don't know. It says I went to the alligator zoo in South Carolina, even though their mouths were taped shut. Still horrible. No thank you at all. See, now you guys got me wondering who I said. I'm so confused. I don't know. Oh well, I'll find out later. All right, so let's get to the show. Let's get into the show and have some fun. All right, let's go over here and go over here. And you are free to click on the link to call in if you have a question. Oh, that. I mean, I said it in so passing that I had no idea. I had no idea who you're talking about. Like, I would have never. I like pocket watching with JT. You guys can hate. I don't care. I like pocket watching with JT. He brings the receipts. All right. And by the way, that's Mitch. That's the channel I met Joseph on. Technique Sips. All right, let's get to it. I mean, I'll tell you this, Mitch. I don't like scammers. So let's put it like that. I don't like scammers. So we'll leave it at that. All right, let's get to our first question. Let's get to our first question of the night.
Another one.
Shocked. Just do my shock sound. at new software engineering role? So let's get to our first question for tonight. Cool. So started a new job today and I am honestly shocked. So I started a new software dev role today. It's a small company, less than 10 people, but I'm just shocked at a few things. Basically, there's no process for anything business related. It's made onboarding unnecessarily difficult, as well as any official business matters clear as mud. We're also provided an official Office 365 account, but for whatever reason, most people seem to communicate via personal Gmails. I've set up both Outlook and Teams, and it appears neither really get used. As a software developer, there's zero process or formalities. The few developers on the team just blindly committing directly into the master branch. What? If they're committing at all, quite often it's clear they'll do a release and commit later. Releases are manual despite using Azure DevOps and being deployed on Azure App Services. Projects created within the last couple of years are using .NET versions that were old 10 years ago. So keyword, the .NET version that they're using, it was old 10 years ago. What in the world is going on? I've been informed that there has been instances in the past where a release has gone badly, and since they don't know what's gone into a release, they've had to spend ages figuring it out. Now, as a senior developer on the team, though granted just started today, I can't believe how poorly everything runs. I don't want to come in and drop explosive like the Dr. Dre song. But I feel like there needs to be way more structure and accountability. I'm conscious it's a very small company, but I don't feel like that's an excuse for the abhorrent spaghetti code I'm reading right now, or the seemingly zero processes when it comes to software development, or even using personal Gmails as a method of communicating official business matters when we're provided an Outlook email with Teams. I hate Teams, by the way. I also definitely don't want to feel like I'm overstepping in my first week. However, I do want to begin pushing things in the right direction, and that starts with communicating. Ignoring the lack of business procedures, it's pretty clear the non-technical people, which happens to be those at the top, they started from the bottom, now they're here though, understand quite how bad the technology has been looked after. To make matters more difficult, the developer whose job it was to look after the technology is still at the company and has been for years. What? What the hell do I do? Well, I absolutely love this question. I'm going to start the timer. So, first and foremost, I'm going to say this. This is exactly why they hired you as the senior developer on the team. Because they suck.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And when I say they suck, right, I really mean they suck. And I mean that with all due respect. All right. And that means when I say with all due respect, I can say anything I want after that. As Mitch concurs with that because he's the one who told me that once I say with all due respect, I can say whatever I want. All right. So with all due respect, all their processes suck, but that's why they hired you, so you could fix it. Now, there's some stuff that although it's not technically your job to fix, but it's a small company, right? People wear many hats. And you're going to have to wear a few hats. And for me, all right, if it was me, right? If it was me and I started at this company and they are working like this, I'm going to have some non-negotiables. So the first thing I would do, right? So this is the first, there's many first things that I would do, right? But you know how they always say, what would you do on day one? All right. So on day one, if I was, if I was the software engineer elect, senior software engineer elect, I would do, the first thing I would do, I would get access to GitHub, right? And then I would log into GitHub and I would immediately set some branch protection rules. Immediately. First thing I'm going to do is set some branch protection rules, because I think that the protection of the code is way more important than anything else. The protection of the technology is way more important than anything else. I would build a wall around our technology, around our code. Yes, I said it. I said it. There would be no illegal commits to the code into master. So the first thing I would do, I would say, all right, no one is going to push directly into master ever again. You're going to have to create a new branch, open up a pull request. There's going to have to be two approvals on the pull request, and all the checks are going to have to pass before it can be, and like the part of the checks is the test, the unit test, the API test, the automation test. They all have to pass before we can be merged into the main/master branch. With my tech barbarians, our small team of tech barbarians, I have all those in place. I remember one time I didn't have like the check for like some of the checks in place, right? And things got pushed and merged, which shouldn't have been. And the very next minute I said, okay, let me upgrade this GitHub plan and let me put all the branch protection rules in place because we have to protect the code at all costs. You know? So that would be the very first thing that I do. And I'm gonna say this, right? You knew that you were joining a company with less than 10 employees. Anything can happen. Like, I wouldn't even expect to have clear procedures in place, because usually at these startups, it is the wild, wild west. But as a software developer with integrity, because if you don't have any integrity, then that's a whole different story. But as a software developer, we're going to assume that you have integrity, right? You are going to start setting up these processes. That's why you're the senior. So you're going to start setting up these processes. And now, as far as the communication part, I would only send emails from my Outlook account that is on the company domain, and I would only send emails to their company email addresses, and I would only write to them on Teams. See, you can be the change that you want to see, right? When it comes to doing things right, especially if you have experience, when it comes to doing things right, I don't care about stepping on people's toes. I don't care about overstepping, because at the end of the day, I don't care if you like me or not. What I care about is us doing things right and us protecting the future of the company, of my job, of your job, of our customers, right? So that's why I couldn't care less how you feel about it, right? Now, you can do it with tact, right? You can always say with all due respect, right? You can do those things, but you still have to put the processes in place. And being that they hired you for a reason. You know, you have to get them right. You have to get them right. So then once you do the branch protection rules and all that, you start requiring code reviews, right? And you start setting up the DevOps. See, I wouldn't like, for me, if I came into this situation, and don't threaten me with a good time, right? Don't threaten me with a good time. I dream about these situations, right? But I would come in, I'm all right, cool. So I'm not gonna write any code for until I get this stuff set up. You guys can like, so now while I've set up the branch protection rules, I'm going to be starting to set up the CI/CD pipeline. I'm going to see, all right, do we have any QA people who are writing automated tests? Do we have unit tests? Right? And I'm going to say, you know what? No code review, no PR is approved, no pull request is approved if they do not have any unit tests. No unit test, no approval. Maybe we can start a protest like that. No unit test, no approval. And then, do we have QA? Well, QA, no automation, no approval. And they have to be built into the CI/CD pipeline. We have to get things right because we need to protect ourselves for the future. And then create a story. Make sure you're using the agile methodology. Create a story to upgrade the .NET versions in the necessary way, right? Update the .NET, so that way you protect yourself from bad releases. And then now you start schooling the junior developers who don't know what the hell that they're doing, right? Because they might not know. They might be young lads and ladettes, I guess, fresh out of college, who aren't too sure about how to set up the pipeline. So you have to get them right. You have to get them right. And then you will make those higher ups a little bit more happier. All right. So that is my thought about it, but it's up to you. It is up to you. I mean, you accepted the job. You knew what you're getting into. You didn't know it was going to be that bad, but those are like 3 little easy fixes. It's going to take some time to ship them into shape, right? But that's what they hired you to do. The longer you wait, the worse it's going to get. And you're going to be enabling bad behavior.
Bruh.
So start today. Rule with an iron web developer, senior developer fist, all right? I'm just saying, all right? But that is that one. All right, let's see what the people think about that one. I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Mitch says he's surprised that I'm just saying, I don't like scammers, that's all. Your car says quit. Your car, you know we are too legit to quit. Just saying, you know your car. We are way too legit to quit. It says, I'm not telling anyone what to do day one anymore. They will steal your ideas and won't hire you. No, Mitch. It's after you get hired, then you start bossing them around. Why would you tell them before you get hired? Come on, no. After you get hired, then you fix them. You don't fix it you don't fix it before you get elected, all right? Come on, Mitch. No. Because you're evil, we know. Just you know what, Mitch, you get up. That's what you get, Mitch.
I'm a knucklehead at times.
We got my guy Zeno in the building. He feels the same way. Thank you, Zeno. Zeno gets me. And I try to be the change, but you always bring the bad out of me. Okay. At least I know I'm doing something right. Guy complaining and probably making good money at the startup. Why he take the job? Then that's a great question. That's a great mystery. He sounds like this.
I hate it here. I want to go home.
And Mitch says he should strike. Nope, just get to work. Says, what is a scammer? People call people scammers if they don't agree with what you do. I don't like Ralph or his topics. Ralph, you're a scammer now. Your people make me sick. I can live with that. I can live as long as you still show up, whether you love me or you hate me. As long as you show up, I am more than happy. You know, and I'll still.
I appreciate you.
Love me or hate me, just do me one favor. Hit the subscribe button. Help the channel grow. And I can tell you what a scammer is, right? Because coming from South Florida, I've dealt with plenty of scammers, and I know, Mitch. Come on, Mitch. I know you would never say that about your best friend, Mitch. Come on, I know. I was making a point, but I mean, like, honestly, like, I don't think that, like, if you're saying that people call people scammers that they don't agree what you do, I think scammers are people who lead people down a wrong path, and they are taking advantage of those people's ignorance, or sometimes, like, and I'll tell you this, right? A lot of people get scammed, unless you're like some old senior citizen. But a lot of people who get scammed, especially like I call boot camp scams all the time, right? Because a lot of them are. Not every single boot camp, but like a good 99.9% of them are. You know, I'm just saying. But it's what you're telling people to do, which is a lot of times either unethical or just a lie, and you are massively benefiting from that, and they are not going to. So that's what I'm gonna say. And it says, we are not best friends, but if somebody else called you that, I'm coming after them. I'll take that, Mitch. I will take that. So collection agencies are scammers. Payday loan places are scammers. In your voice, whose fault is that? Wait. It's just wait one second. No, right? Because payday. Wait, collection. Wait. How is a collection agency a scammer? If you owe money because you didn't pay it and they come after you to pay it, then no, you should pay what you owe. Like, you shouldn't be in like stupid debt, right? Like, pay your money, right? That's why collection agencies come after you, because you didn't pay, right? Payday loan places are not scammers, because guess what? Payday loans don't say, hey, come and get this loan with for 50%. No, you say, oh my God, I have to go and get that dress to go to the club. I got to go get these sneakers, these Air Force Ones to go to the club. But you know what? I don't get paid till next week. So I'm going to go to the payday loan and get $500 so I can get this outfit to go to the club, and I'll just pay it back in 2 weeks. Right? So your ignorance and stupidity makes you go to the payday loan place. Right? But in contrast, when you have people putting on a like, oh, if go to Navy Federal Credit Union, even if you're not and you can, or how about the ones when they say like, oh, you can take like there's stuff like, what's that nonsense, like, in order to get $100,000 car or something, you take some type of this type of loan and then you change it to that type of loan. It's just stupidity that they're marketing to you, right? So Bitch like, all right. No mas. I got you, bitch. I got you. All right. I'm telling you. You said that before. Don't let me pull the receipt clips. I know what I said, and I still stood on it. You did not get me. I still stood on it. Let's see. Just like, next topic. They prey on your ignorance. Oh my God. I mean, you're not gonna sway me. All right, let's get to the next question. As Mitch so kindly requested, feel free to click the link if you want to call in. If you want to call in and talk about scammers, I can talk about scammers all night long. I mean, there's a hurricane coming tomorrow, so I have nothing better to do than talk about scammers, So let's get to our next question, right? I think your car is going to really, really appreciate this next question, all right? So let's get to it.
Another one.
I'm on a PIP, but I got that severance package though. Okay. All right. So it says I am put on a PIP, but will be given severance. What does it mean? My manager in our one-on-one told me that my performance is below average. And I will be given 4 weeks to improve, and daily I will be monitored. Oh my goodness. She blurted out that I will be given severance as well. You said the quiet part out loud, Mrs. Manager. Oh my goodness.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Why would anyone do that? Well, I'm going to tell you this, right? I'm going to start the timer, right? So, we're gonna employ the help of our clone as well for this question, right? But I'm gonna start off with this before I get to the clone, all right? I'm gonna start off with this. So, what's happening is that, just be honest with you.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
So take it as this, right? Your manager, your boss, was reading from the teleprompter, and, you know, instead of saying 32 days, we got 32 days, 32 days, your manager said, and you will be given severance as well. And it's like, let them, like, but they skipped the line where it said that this is for after 4 weeks. You're gonna say this, so it's like, this is what you're gonna say. This is what you're gonna say on today. Like, let's say today's Tuesday, October 8th. So Tuesday, October 8th, right? And then it says, all right, talk about the PIP, talk about the 4 weeks to be given to be improved and to be monitored daily. And then it says November 8th. Like severance for 6 months or something like that, and as severance for like 6 months, is that, or not 6 months, but like 6 weeks. And it says, all right, so October 8th, 2024, your performance is below average, and you will be given 4 weeks to improve, and you will be monitored daily. November 8th, 2024, that you'll be given severance for 6 weeks. And it's like, do not share with employee until November 8th. And she was like, and she read all of that, right? She read all of that. And he's like, oh, I probably shouldn't have read that part. And now you're looking at the boss is looking at you, and the boss says,
I'm a knucklehead at times.
Knucklehead at times. What can I say? But I'm a knucklehead at times. But this is a short question. Let me ask AI to see what AI thinks about this question. So,
hi, I'm Tech Coach Ralph. How can I help?
So, Tech Coach Ralph, I have a friend, a quote unquote a friend. My friend's name is not Mitch, right? But my friend's name, who is not Mitch, has a manager, and in their one-on-one, the manager told my friend, whose name is not Mitch, that their performance is below average and that they will be given 4 weeks to improve and to be monitored daily. However, the manager also told my friend that they will be given a severance as well. What do you think that means?
It sounds like your friend, whose name is definitely not Mitch, is in a bit of a tricky spot. When a manager mentions both performance improvement and severance, it usually implies that your friend is being given a chance to turn things around, but there's also a backup plan in case improvement doesn't happen. It's like a final opportunity to prove their value to the team, while also having the severance option ready if things don't change. This dual approach can be a signal that the company is serious about performance standards. How does your friend feel about this situation? Are they ready to tackle the challenge, or are they considering the severance as a viable option?
Well, my friend whose name is not Mitch is feels like they're cornered in like a caged animal and that they're fighting for their lives here.
Feeling cornered can be incredibly overwhelming, like you're wrestling an alligator. Your friend needs to focus on what they can control. This is a chance to show resilience and adaptability. They should assess their strengths and areas for improvement and tackle this head on with a plan. It's crucial to stay proactive, maybe even seek feedback from colleagues to gain a broader perspective. If the environment feels toxic, though, it might be worth considering the severance and looking for a place where they can thrive. What's your friend's gut telling them about the next steps?
Well, they feel discouraged, and but here's the problem, right? What if they're like, what if they really do suck at their job, and if they were to like cut ties and leave, and now they can't find another job because the economy is rough out here. Just the other day, they said that there were 818,000 jobs that just poofed and vanished into thin air. They were ghost jobs. They never actually existed. They were probably just posted on LinkedIn as ghost jobs, and they were never really there. So, what do you think?
Ah, the infamous ghost jobs. It's a real jungle out there, especially when the economy's playing tricks on us. But here's the deal. Even if your friend feels like they're not cutting it at their current job, it's crucial not to make a hasty exit without a solid plan. Leaving without a safety net can lead to a rough landing, especially when the job market's as shaky as it is. Instead, they should focus on sharpening their skills and showing their value where they are. It's about turning that feeling of being cornered into a driving force for improvement. They can also start networking and exploring opportunities quietly on the side. It's all about positioning themselves to win, even when the odds seem stacked against them. What's their strategy for leveling up and making themselves indispensable?
Well, some people say that once you're placed on a PIP, it's over, and that you just haven't been around long enough. What do you think?
Being on a performance improvement plan or PIP isn't necessarily the end of the road. It's more like a wake up call. Think of it as an opportunity to prove your worth and show your resilience. I've seen folks on PIPs turn things around by doubling down on their skills and showing their value to the team. It's not a death sentence, but a chance to rise above and make a statement. Your friends should focus on what they can control, like improving their performance and seeking feedback. What's their game plan to tackle this challenge head on and come out stronger?
Tech Coach Ralph Clone. You know what? I think that because you're my clone, that I would trust you way more than I would trust what they're saying. Because we've came up together, and I think that you are a reflection of me. So I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. Right, regardless of what all your haters say, including people not named Mitch. I'm with you 100%.
Hey, I appreciate that trust. It's like we're in this together, navigating the ups and downs. The haters and doubters are always going to be there, but it's about staying focused on your path. It's like in tech, when you're debugging a tricky problem, you got to keep your eyes on the solution, not the noise. So let's keep pushing forward, learning and growing. What's the next step you're thinking about for your friend in this situation?
I don't know yet, but I'll keep you posted. Thank you so much, Tech Coach Ralph. You are the best. I'll give you one of these.
We the best.
Have a good one.
Hey, I appreciate that. It's all about keeping the momentum going and staying on top of things. Whenever you're ready to chat more or need some guidance, you know where to find me. Keep pushing forward, and let's make sure your friend finds the best path through this. Have a fantastic day, and remember, we're in this together. Talk soon.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. All right. Let me wrap that question. I agree. I don't think that being on a pimp is a death sentence. Unless you're a moderator who gets feisty in the chat. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story right there, right, Yakar? That's a whole nother story right there, Yakar. But I think you can come back from it. I think you can come back from it if you really wanted to. But I think most people probably just like get discouraged and quit. And then they never have the opportunity for greatness that they could have had because
they ain't believe in us.
It's all good. It is all good. All right. But let's wrap that one up. All right. Let's get back to full screen. And let's see what we got. I was confused. Let me see. Alexa says, once you're on a pip, it's over. Clone hasn't been around long enough. I don't think so. You can make some 360s. AI doesn't know what real life is. You'd be surprised. I would have said the same thing that the clone said, all right? AI Ralph is way more optimistic than real life Ralph. Just saying. You never know. Yeah. Wake up and find another job. Most people can't find one job. You want them to find another job. It's not. You see, your car. Not everybody just runs the world like you do. Your car. Not everybody can run the world like you. Some people are. They're barely good at one job. You think they're gonna be good at another job?
Bruh.
It's hard out here. Where's Mitch when I need him? Where is Mitch when I need him? It says, you've seen folks turn things around. I have. AI Clone Ralph is 2 months old. Hey, your car, get back, step back. Just mind your business. Just mind your business. We are not bug chasers. All right. Alexis, there will be no clone slander in the chat. I have to be protective of my clone. There will be no clone slander. Okay. I'm just saying. I have to protect my. Oh my god. Bitch, you don't want to see that. You want to see that, bitch. I will always win. You see, there you go, right? I will throw a tariff. On Alexis in a heartbeat. Don't.
Do not come.
You don't want these problems. So I say the same thing to this guy. Everybody, not him. And then he has a fit. Now he's saying the opposite. This guy is weird. Who, me? Hey, some of the greatest people have been called weird, all right? Some of the greatest people have been called weird, so I am in good company, okay? And you see how you guys try to get Alexis in trouble? See? I'm just saying. I mean, I said he's this person will 99.9% chance that they'll get fired, but there is that 0.1% chance, right? That they can turn things around, Just saying. It's possible. It is possible. All right, let's continue with our. I'm not even going to acknowledge your car on that one, but let's get to our next question.
Another one.
Well, looky here. What do we have here? Faking experience to secure a job. How does that go? So this one says, facing a tough decision. Should I fake experience to secure a job in test automation? Today, I find myself in a very critical situation, which is why I'm reaching out to you. After several months of searching and interviewing, I faced rejection for positions in test automation because the feedback from all the interviews is that my profile is interesting, but lacks experiences in a real project. However, I've been self-training in automation with tests on several projects on GitHub, but nothing seems to work. I am considering lying about having 2 years of automation experience. What I'm struggling with is figuring out what project context I could provide to make it believable. Additionally, what tools and language could I mention? I was thinking of using Cypress since it's a no-code tool. What the hell are you talking about? You see, that's why they're going to know that you're absolutely lying, because Cypress is in no shape or form a no-code tool. Which would allow me to quickly upskill with exercises and training. I really dislike the idea of doing this because it feels like I'd be compromising my integrity. Well, if you're thinking about it already, you probably have 0 to none already. Oh my goodness, it's tough. I feel like I have no choice. It's either this or a career change. All right, so I'm gonna tell you this, right? Instead of lying, what you can do is start off with, I grew up in a middle-class family, right? Whenever you're not sure, you say, I grew up in a middle-class family. The next thing you like, now when you're not sure when you like, instead of lying, just say,
I'm a knucklehead at times.
And you have your solution. All right, timer up. All right, so here's what I would say, right? Number one, the first thing I would say is you need to join the Tech Barbarians. Because I'll give an example too, right? My guy, calculus coder, he had trouble securing like landing a job, right? He did self-learning boot camp. He did self-learning, then he did boot camp and all that other stuff, right? And he had trouble securing a position. He could not find anything. I think he went to school for, like, he went partly to school for like mechanical engineering or something like that. But then he was like, all right, I'm not getting anything. Then he actually went to like college, and then he was able to secure a position. I think he should be working. I think he already started working in it, right? And like that led to something else. But I don't even think it was the college part. I think it was that he actually built a real application where he was able to put out there. Because for me, I think being able to use real technology instead of like, oh, I'm gonna go and automate Amazon's website. That's not a project. It's nothing. Like, you want to work on something real, and that's why what I did with the Tech Barbarians was, I'm like, all right, we're gonna build something, right? And what we did, we built a basic application, but it has all the infrastructure behind it. So now my Tech Barbarians are able to say, I have experience with Docker. I have experience with Docker Compose. I have experience with GitHub, with approving pull requests. I have experience with writing automation. I have experience with Python. I have experience with JavaScript. I have experience with Jira. I have experience with Agile. I have experience with Scrum. So, like that whole ecosystem, I have experience with stand-ups, although they don't submit their daily stand-ups enough, but that's a whole nother story. But they have that experience to be able to talk about it and then to also be under the pressure of completing a sprint. Of, oh, why did we not meet our sprint goal? Why were all the stories not completed? Why are subtasks not being moved along? All of those things that you have to deal with. So, and then there's like many different moving pieces. So, for me, I don't like the idea of faking experience. I like to build experience, and then here's the thing, right? The biggest problem is when you lie on your resume, the stuff that you're lying about, you don't know them. So just by you saying that, oh, I was thinking about saying Cypress because Cypress is a no-code tool. What in the, like, how could you say you do automation and then you're going to say you like at least lie about if you're going to lie, right? At least tell a lie of something that's close enough to the truth that you can follow it. You know, like what that makes no sense. Like, oh, I'm going to say I did Cypress when you never even touched Cypress, never touched it enough to know that it is not a no-code tool. It's a node package, right? Where you're going to, the same way you're going to install Playwright is the same way you're going to install Cypress, and then you're going to write your automation code, and then you're going to run it and all that. Like, so this is the problem with people try to lie on resumes. Like, if I saw this resume and then I ask you one question, like, and you're like, well, you know, like, so tell me about Cypress. Well, Cypress is a no-code tool. What? And that way you are...
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
Before you even get the job. And here's the other thing, right? If you have absolutely no experience in QA or whatever, right? And you didn't go to school for computer science or something like that, maybe, just maybe, you need to start just a little bit lower. You might have to start in tech support or help desk or whatever, right? And then work your way up. See, talking about scams again, Mitch, yes, you, Mitch, talking about scams again. One of the ways these boot camps scam people is that they're going to tell them, oh, you know, you can go and take this 6-week boot camp in manual testing, and then all of a sudden, you will have all these companies lined up at your door so that they can pay you $85,672 a year, plus unlimited PTO, plus a triple matching 401k if you will pay the low cost of $6,597.83 for this boot camp for 6 weeks. You will be able to, and after those 6 weeks, there will be a line of companies lined at your door. However, in the fine print, it says there are absolutely no refunds whatsoever. And whether you think it's a scam or not, I will call it a scam because I don't like what they do. All right, because then here's what's going to happen. Right, they're gonna show up at my doorstep and they're gonna say, I've applied for 11,253 and a half jobs because they filled out half the application, and none, nada, zilch companies have responded to me. I don't even get the auto responder that says that they've denied me.
Bruh.
It's bad out here. It is bad. It's hard out here. It is hard out here. All right. And I'm like, well, we can actually get to work, and we can do we can join the team, and you can do this, and that, and you can learn how to use GitHub. You can learn how to do this, and you can learn how to do that. And it says that sounds great. I'm going to sign up for a boot camp to do tech sales. I'm like, okay, well, good luck. Good luck, good riddance. All right, that's how I see it. I feel nothing. All right, I feel nothing. All right, so that's how I see it. I feel nothing. All right. Let's see. Let me see. What do we got in the chat? Let me see. We are not going to we're not going to read your card. What's up with your card today? My goodness. It says, fake it till you make it. Now that's a good scam. Let me see. Not lying, stretching the truth. Hey, it is what it is. Let me see. This is tell them. This is a family channel. I'm sorry. There's actually kids who watch me. They say they call me Jiu-Jitsu man. Shout out to those amazing kids who call me Jiu-Jitsu man. And it says you know that's right. You know that's right. You better thank a tech, Pookie. I ain't trying to go viral that way, you guys. Let's see. I do daily stand-ups every day. Your card. Did you accuse Alexis of not doing daily stand-up? Mitch, did you accuse Alexis of not doing daily stand-up? Is the guilty party confessing? Is the guilty party confessing? I never said anything. It says that person is going to go in there and say, I'm a waterfall master. Don't go chasing waterfalls, right? Don't go chasing waterfalls. It says, if you don't know how to use Excel to do data sets and create pivot tables, can I learn it 20 minutes before the interview? Technically, I have experience. That's a good point. That is a good point. You might be onto something there, Mitch. It says, the gurus say I can jump to 300K salary, though my first job. What? Yep, you see? Gurus to you. You see, one Mitch's guru is another Tech Coach Ralph's scammer. Just saying. Until they say link the slicers. You see, look at that. You see, your car goes one layer deeper and all hell breaks loose. It says, no lie, that recruiter called me 5 times today. I didn't answer. I'm confused why calling so much. Because, Mitch, if they get through to you and you accept this job, they are probably it's probably a high paying job and they're trying to get their cut. They're trying to get their cut, Mitch. What if you use a boot camp for added or extra experience in a particular tech field? Well, Rod Brown, that's a whole different story. That is a whole different story. See, if you are already in the field and you're using it to get an extra bit of knowledge, then that might work. But you know what? I would caution you on that because you're probably going to be in that, like, you'd probably know more than the boot camp is going to teach you. I would always go the lowest cost method first, right? Either like, I'll say like probably check on free code camp first, right? Because if you're already in the field, I'd probably like check free code camp first or check a Udemy course because you can get those for cheap. They have that membership stuff, maybe Coursera. But before you go and you throw $8,000 at a boot camp for a useless, yes, I said a useless mentor, right? Because they're not like they don't mentor you, right? They don't mentor you. From what I've heard, I mean, I've never did a boot camp, but from what I've heard, they don't really mentor you. So I'm just saying. It says we should ask Ferris about boot camps. He took 2 of them, I think. Well, Ferris doesn't want to talk to you, Mitch. He says that he doesn't want to talk to you. It says I told you to block them. They aren't going to stop. They get paid to recruit talent. Did you just accuse Mitch of being talented? What in the world? Your car, come on. I tell them I own my own company and they still call me. I just block them. I told you you wouldn't read it. I'm not trying to go the way of Candace. All right. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be a revolutionary or nothing like that. I just want my money.
Money. Hey.
I'm just saying. We are not those kids. Not those kids. Those kids are my friends, all right? Those kids are. I beat up their dad every single day, all right? Hopefully they didn't hear that part, but I beat up their dad every single day, all right? I'm just saying, you know. Says No, she is getting tired of you. She feels comfortable now. We got her back. Who? Alexis? That's a good one. That's a good one. Because when she has the pop quiz, where are you in your car when she has a pop quiz? Huh? Where are you guys? Where are you guys? Huh? We got your back. Not when she had that pop quiz. All right. So here's the question. Alexis, do they have your back, Alexis? Do they have your back? Yes or no? Does your car and Mitch have your back? Yes or no? That's the question. That's the question. All right. 300 pesos. So Mitch says, all jokes aside, I think companies are looking for more experience. So I don't think these boot camps are really working, or you need a mixture of both. When I told you guys this before, I met with not a recruiter, but the person, like the client manager, I guess. They work on the side of like the client relationship, like the employers who are looking for people. And I asked her, I'm like, what is the biggest challenge that you see from people who take, because I told her, I know you get a lot of people who go to boot camps. What is the biggest challenge you see? Like, on a scale of 1 to 30, they're like at a 7 in job readiness. They might know some of the like concepts and like stuff like that, but these companies are looking to bring people in who are ready to work, not people who are like who needs training and stuff like that. So time to change, time to different, right? It says, see, when I try to be nice, now Ferris doesn't like me. He never liked you, right? It says, no, it's a trick question. What? What are you talking about? It says, most companies were just creating IT teams. Now it's been a big shift to create actual security and working networks since the ransomware attacks are becoming more of a norm. That deserves a message. That's true. That is true. It says, who is your car? Who is Mitch? I'm confused. That is the right answer right there. You get that.
We the best. Let's get it.
There you go. Avery Smith just had one too. Ralph is sick. He keeps saying Ferris doesn't like me. Every time Ferris comes and then he leaves crying, he goes to cry in the car because you and your car were so mean to him. All right, so I'm just saying, like every time he comes around, like he ends up crying in the car because you guys were so mean to him. So that's what I take it as. All right, let's continue. Do me a favor, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time that we go live and drop new content. All right. And if you want to call in and go to techcoachrob.dev, you can sign up for free. I have a video of my first Scrum night where I was breaking down how story pointing works with the Fibonacci sequence. You can check that out for free until tomorrow at 5 p.m. At that point, tomorrow at 5 p.m., I will be 5 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to be making it for tiered members only. All right. So definitely want to check that out. It's a really, really good video. We spent about 35 minutes breaking it down. We were having discussions. I was answering questions about it. It was really, really fun. I think that'll be very, very valuable to you as well. All right. And if you have any questions, feel free to click the link. You can call in. The link is in the chat. It is pinned to the top of the chat and it is in the description. If you so please, and you want to have a conversation, maybe you want to talk about scammers. Who knows, right? Who knows? Okay, so let's get to our next question of the night. Let's get to it.
Another one.
I am super educated, like super duper educated, and broke. I don't got it. It's hard out here. It is hard out here, right? So, it says, I'm on the verge of tears. Oh my God, they're on the verge of tears. I'm on the verge of tears with academic careers. I have a master's degree. Shout out to the master's degrees. I have a master's degree, currently work as an adjunct professor, and I make $1,000 a month. I lose money every month and I can't find a single job. I've applied to like 100+ jobs. My partner maybe 50, and we have gotten in total 2 interviews. One job ghosted me after 3 rounds. One is a theme park. What? I don't even want. And every other application has gone ignored. We are ready to give up and just move in with my parents while I consider going back to school again. I've been in school for 24 years straight, and now I'm going back in hopes of getting a PhD, not a player-hating degree, but a PhD, just so I can hopefully get any kind of job, because now I'm either overqualified or underqualified for everything I apply to. Just what do I even do anymore? That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I can already feel the sympathy coming from Mitch from all the way in New Jersey. How far is New Jersey from Florida? New Jersey to Florida. Let me say to South Florida. All right, so I can feel the sympathy and the empathy oozing off of Mitch right now, all the way from 1,217 miles distance from one another. I can feel it. I can feel it, right? If I was to drive, like if I started driving north right now, that empathy and sympathy would be getting stronger and stronger all 18 hours and 22-minute drive that I'll be taking. Although there would be probably a lot longer delay because of the hurricane. But I digress, right? So let's start our timer. So, are we going to do the, if at first you don't succeed, then we brush yourself off and try again? Maybe your master's degree is worthless. I mean, why do people... And here's why I don't feel sorry for people like the way Mitch likes to feel sorry for people, right? Is because you didn't do any research. And now you're going to say, oh, well, they were young. Well, guess what? Young people who unalive people, if that's what we have to say now on YouTube, but young people who unalive other people, they go to jail. Some of them get charged for life, right? So I don't care. Like being young is not an excuse. Being young is not an excuse. I'm just going to say that right now, right? But people don't research what they go into school for. And they're like, well, like, I couldn't care less about an associate's degree, a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, a PhD, a boot camp cert, a Udemy cert. I should, Mitch, as I say that, I should say, I don't care about an associate's degree. But that one doesn't sound as good, right? But I don't care about none of those degrees if the money does not come with it.
Money.
I don't go for what makes me feel good. I go for what puts me in the best position to win. And a lot of people like they'll go after these degrees, and now they become an adjunct professor, and they're complaining that they can't. All right, so what about this, right? What about this? Am I wrong for this? Probably. I probably am. But instead, like, okay, maybe you do go back to school, right? But instead of going to get a PhD in a field that is not doing anything for you, what? Yes. In a field that's not doing anything for you, what about you go for a different major? What about you go for something that can actually sustain you and your partner, right? So instead of, going to school for maybe like journalism or political science or international affairs or whatever the hell you go to school for, I don't know. I probably in equally all those jobs, people can't find jobs. I don't know. And then getting a master's in that. What about if you say, well, you know what? I'm going to make a change. What about if I go into nursing? What about if I go into, what if I go and get like some type of IT degree or something like that, right? Where I can, go into those type of fields, because whatever it is that you did now, it's not working. I'm not a poker player, right? But I'm gonna take a guess, right? And your car, Mitch, if you guys are poker players, Alexis, if you're a poker player, Rod Brown, if you're a poker player, you let me know, right? But are there some times? Isn't there a song that says you got to know when to fold them? Are there some times that you should fold? How does the saying go? You can't fit a square peg in a round hole. If whatever field that you're in isn't working for you, find another field. Find what's in demand and go after that. It kind of reminds me of the whole dock workers and their strike, right? Oh, like wanting more money, that's one thing, right? But trying to stifle innovation, that's where I draw the line, right? That's where I draw the line. Automation is coming. Robots are coming. And I think we're late. Because we were supposed to have our flying cars in the year 2000. You guys remember that? And it's like they never said anything about it, right? We were supposed to have our flying cars in the year 2000, and we are in 2024, almost in 2025, and we still don't have our flying cars. And that really makes me upset. As much as I want my Tesla robot, right? I also want my flying cars. So if you are super educated and you are broke, you don't got it, then switch to something that you do got it, right? And that's why I'll just say, right? One of my favorite albums was Kanye West's College Dropout. Because we think that the degree is the end-all be-all. No. The degree is a tool. Everything is a tool so that you can have a better future. My goal is a better future. It's not a degree. It's not a job. It's not an application. It's a better future at the end of the day, right? And as the tides turn, I don't try to swim against the tide, right? I just want to win.
We the best.
All right, and on that note, I didn't even scroll down the chat because I know that you guys are gonna kill me for this one. So let's see. It says he has Ferris fooled. He's worse than us. But Ferris calls Ralph Big Bro, so he can't see the deception. No, that's not it. I don't say, oh my God, I wonder how Ferris is doing. And then when Ferris shows up, I stab him in the back. See, no, I just stab Ferris in the front so that I don't have to stab him in the back. All right. I'm just saying, you know, I keep it real. Says, if Alexis got a pop quiz, I'm pulling up with an alligator straight through your house door. I'm with it. What is, I don't know. Isn't that some fraternity, sorority nonsense? I don't know. Fake fraternity. Wait, are you saying Broke Five Broke is not a real fraternity? I think majority of people are in the fraternity of Broke Fi Broke. I'm just saying. They don't want us to win. He must work in a third world. She'll be surprised. I guarantee you that is in the United States. I guarantee you that's in the United States. Probably for some lame, useless university as well. Let me see, how much is it? Now you got me curious. How much do adjunct professors make? Okay, you might be right. It might be in another country. It might be in another. Well, no. $1,000. Maybe they're just a crappy adjunct professor. Oh my goodness. But I don't know. Like I think with the what is an adjunct professor? Let me see. What is an adjunct professor? It's a part-time contract-based faculty member who teaches at a college or university. So they're probably like teaching one class a week or something, or two classes a week. So they're not even full-time. They might be on contract. So $1,000 is perfectly reasonable. It's perfectly reasonable. I don't think it's a third world country. I fully think it's a regular college here in the U.S., probably a small college that's broke. They went and they got highly educated and they can't do nothing. All right. So that's what I think. Let me see. It might meant to have said, no, broke, phi, broke. The fraternity and sorority broke, phi, broke. I know exactly what I'm saying. Nope. I meant exactly what I said. I said what I said. How are you getting smarter and making less money? That's your car?
Message.
That's a great question. That is a great question. I honestly am feeling bad about it. I know you, bitch. I know you. Oh wait. Did we just become best friends? It's 24 hours. Oh my God. Kanye West college dropout, broke fiber. There you go. Amtrak about 18 to 20. I like Amtrak. I like taking the Amtrak. It says him too. Mitch, we know you don't like anybody. You have to account for refills, bathroom breaks, and tourist stops. Fair enough. I mean, I would never drive to New York, but fair enough. Or Jersey at that. I would only fly. But the Amtrak might be a good idea. I wouldn't mind taking the Amtrak. Let me see. He definitely has 20 different personalities. Who? We ain't got it. Broke, phi, broke. Thank you. Your car gets me. Nothing is wrong with Udemy or Coursera. That's like saying you can't learn anything from YouTube University. I've never. Did I say anything was wrong with that? I mean, nothing is wrong with that at all. I've learned so much from Udemy. I've learned so much from YouTube. So I definitely I love Udemy. I love Udemy. Although they still haven't given me a affiliate link yet, but that's a whole other story right there. Let's see. I can fit anything. You guys are terrible. You guys are terrible. I am still wondering how they're going to stop automation with the dock workers. They will have to unalive me, Mitch, to stop it. That's their only way. That is their only hope, Mitch. I'm just kidding. I have nothing to do with the dock workers. I have nothing to do with automation at the docks. I'm just saying. I have nothing to do with that at all. All right. Yes, Mitch. He is sick. He is sick. You know what, Rod Brown?
Do not come.
You get one of those. And on top of that, you get
I'm a knucklehead at times.
We do have. Where are they at your car? Where are the flying cars? And they're supposed to be in mass. We should just be flying right next. Like instead of driving, like even if we're hovering 2 feet above the ground, I should not have to do a tire change. I'm in a tire rotation. I should just be hovering 2 feet above ground, right? I'm just saying. Let's see. Stab it. Says, that's what brothers do. Make sure you're all right. You say you're good, then back to game time. I don't even do that. It says less than $1,000 a month. They're probably exaggerating. I mean, it's probably less than $1,000 after taxes. Probably less than $1,000 after taxes. So it's like $250 a week or less makes sense now. I mean, they might be teaching one lame class, right? Oh my goodness. Just for you, Mitch. Just for you. I'm gonna go with.
You should know your role and shut your mouth.
I would drive and fish in as many spots on the coast as I could. Me and my pops would do that. That's awesome. That is awesome. I don't have the patience. We definitely got to help Ralph remember what he says. I mean, I say a lot of stuff, and then I just keep moving on. And they're like, "Oh, about this particular topic." I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Let me see. All right, cool. Well, let me see. Let's get to our next question of the night. Oh, this is a good one. I could definitely see this bothering Mitch. Maybe this might bother Alexis too, right? I would say Mitch and Alexis, this would bother. Your car, I don't know. But let's find out what the question is.
Another one.
I wasn't invited out with my team.
Bruh.
Well, let's find out what happened. I wasn't invited to the company dinner next week. I only found out because another coworker asked me if I'm going. And see, that's why I never ask these type of questions. It's on my, if I get invited, I just show up, right? I hadn't heard of it. She pulled up the invite and then, oh my God, you even pulled up the invite. What a snitches get stitches, right? She pulled up the invite in front of me. Everyone is invited but me. The woman who sent the invite isn't my boss, but I do a lot of for her. She either forgot I exist or purposely excluded me. I mean, some people are forgettable, you know? How should I react when it comes to light? Hopefully, I'm around the dinner table when people ask where I am. Hopefully around the dinner table when people ask where I am. I'm not exactly forgettable, so it feels intentional. How the hell do you know if you're forgettable or not? I mean, I don't forget who I mentioned like 30 seconds ago, and you're talking about why some person that you work that you don't even work for directly didn't invite you. Should I crash the dinner? Well, we are going to. I'm gonna answer, but we're also gonna go to the clone to see what the clone thinks about this. All right. So I'm gonna set the timer. And I'm gonna say this, right? Any invitation that I don't get is a celebration in my book. I got things to do. I don't even like being out like that because I like to be in my own like Mitch always says that I am a a porch cat or a house cat or something like that. Whatever cat that it is, I am good. And your car got it right. The first thing I'm gonna tell you is
do not come.
One more time.
Do not come.
Do not come. Like, and if this coworker says, "Hey, are you coming? Like, are you coming to this?" I'm like, "I haven't heard of it," and they show it to me. I'm like, "Oh, I got something to do. I got something to do, right?" Like, and now you're getting upset, right? Go where you are celebrated, not where you are tolerated. And guess what? And guess what? You're not even tolerated. If if you were forgotten, right? If you're forgotten, then it's a mistake. If you're excluded purposely, then you're not wanted. And I have no problem not being wanted because guess what? Guess what, right? Guess what? Now, if you go out to this dinner, right? If you go out to this dinner and then they say, all right, let's pay all the checks. And then you have to end up paying a good 20 to 25% gratuity tip on this large outing. And you might have to even give an extra tip as your card told me. All right. And I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. So I'm just like, what? Why does everybody want to be like included in like? I just want to be I just want to be left alone. I just want to be left alone. That's how I see it. I just want to be left alone. All right. If I'm not invited, I have no hard feelings. I'm telling you, sometimes I get invited to stuff. I'm like, how do I get out of this? I just want to do what I want to do. I just want to do what I want to do. Someone like, hey, this person's having this. Oh, sorry, I got a stream on Sunday at that. I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. All right, you guys don't tell anybody about this, right? I go live almost every day, not only because I enjoy doing all the stuff that we do, but also so I have my calendar booked because I don't have to go and do other stuff that I don't want to do as well. All right. I'm just saying. All right. Let me ask the clone real quick what the clone thinks about that. So let's see.
Hi, I'm Tech Coach Ralph. How can I help?
So, Tech Coach Ralph, I have a friend who is not named Alexis in this case. And my friend not named Alexis was not invited to a company dinner next week and found out because of another coworker asked if she was going. And she hadn't heard about my friend not named Alexis hadn't heard about this outing. And they showed her the invite and everyone was invited but her. The person who sent the invite is not the boss, but works closely with her, right? And so she's trying to wonder, like, what should she do, right? Should she just show up to the dinner, even though that she was not invited? What do you think?
That's a tough situation for your friend, not named Alexis. Here's the deal. Crashing the dinner might not be the best move. It could create awkwardness or even tension. Instead, she could consider having a candid conversation with the person who sent the invite or even her boss. It's important to understand if there's a reason behind the exclusion. Maybe it's an oversight, or maybe there's something she can address to improve team dynamics. The key here is to focus on the work and relationships that matter. Does the team value her contributions? If so, that's what counts. What do you think she wants to achieve by addressing this?
Here's another question, right? Would you actually want to invite someone who is thinking about crashing the dinner that they were invited to in the first place? They sound like they might be a hothead.
That's an interesting perspective. If someone is considering crashing a dinner they weren't invited to, it does raise questions about their mindset and approach to social dynamics. It might suggest they're feeling excluded or undervalued, which can lead to frustration. But labeling them a hothead might be jumping the gun. It's more about understanding their motivations and addressing any underlying issues. Maybe they just want to feel included or understand why they were left out. The key is open communication. How do you think this situation could be handled to avoid unnecessary drama?
I think you should go in there and say, do you want to catch these hands?
That's a bold approach, but let's think about the long game here. Throwing hands might feel satisfying in the moment, but it won't solve the underlying issue. The real power move is to address the situation head on with a level head. Have that conversation, find out what's really going on, and use it as a chance to build stronger connections. It's about playing smart, not just playing tough. What do you think your friend, not named Alexis, really wants to achieve by addressing this?
I don't know. I'll find out. But thank you so much, and I will make sure my friend, not named Alexis, does not throw those hands.
You're welcome. I'm glad to hear that your friend, not named Alexis, will keep those hats in check. Remember, it's all about navigating these tricky social dynamics with a cool head. If your friend needs more guidance or wants to chat about strategies for handling these situations, I'm here to help. Let me know how it goes. Keep me posted and take care.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. All right. Sorry, Mitch. The clone does not approve of catching those hands yet. So I'm working on it. All right. All right. So there goes that question. Let's go back to full screen. Let's see. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. All right. So here we are. So, all right. See, there you go, your car. I just read one of your crazy comments, right? He's going to read one of my crazy comments. See, there you got it, your car. You got it.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Do we pay extra? Extra for what? For the tip? Maybe work you wouldn't care, but if it was one of us, you would care. You not that. That's a good one. Oh my God, that's a good one. I'd be like, hey, you want to go to this thing? I'm like, I'll be there. I'll be there after the stream. Says Ralph, that means at heart you are an introvert. We knew it. You better come if I invite you. You better come to the next Chaser meetup. I'll be there. We can go see Mitch. We sure can. I'll be there. I will be there. All right.
I'm a knucklehead at times.
Your car. I grew up in a middle class family. All right. Remember that. And it's not at heart. It's just in general. Ralph is not an introvert. He keeps saying that. I'm just saying. I didn't think he was at first, but since he keeps saying all of this, it's making me think that he is. Just saying.
Do not come.
Just saying. I'll tell you guys right now. Don't invite me to stuff. Don't invite me to stuff. Whatever. I'll be honest with you, right? Whenever somebody says, "Hey, we're doing this," I start to cringe. I'm like, "Off." All right. What? And I'll tell my wife, like, "All right, what time does it start? What time does it end?" You know what I like to do? This is what I like to do, right? I'll go to when they have the movie in the park, and I'll go and watch some kid movie in the park with a bunch of other people from the city, and nobody talks to me, and we'll have some food, and then the kid runs around the field, and I'm just sitting and I'm watching some kids movie, and that is, see, I like doing that. Or I'll go to a certain friend's house, and we don't have to do anything. We can just sit there and hang out and eat and we just chill. That is my idea of a good time. I don't want to go somewhere like I work every single day. I don't want to go somewhere to do more forced work. Like I that's just me, right? And that's why if I'm gonna work, I'm gonna be here, or I'm going to be coding, or I'm gonna be at work. But I don't want to go and exert brain power at some other event. That's just me. Call me weird. All right. But yeah, that's me. Let me see. It says, if you saw his early vids, I would say he was. You could barely hear what he was saying. Always had a hoodie on, a real Pookie. I always have a hoodie on. What are you talking about? Mitch, why you gotta bring up the past? Why you gotta bring up the past, huh, Mitch? You know what, Mitch? You gotta.
How dare you?
That's some nerve. It says, Clone Ralph is a snitch. The glasses helped him look smart. It's all for a look. It was all for a look. Now that was a scam. Nope, not that one.
I'm a knucklehead at times.
I'm just a knucklehead at times, all right? That's it. You should sue for using your name. Cease and desist. No, I said the name was my friend not named Alexis. That's the name. See, that whole thing is the name. See, we have Raw Juice and Herbs and we have Alexis. This was, see, and that's why I said my friend not named Mitch. See, you're not going to, like, it has like 5 names to it, right? Just saying. But you can still throw them bows. Shut up. See, there, you see, a true friend indeed. I like the AI bot.
I appreciate you.
Rod Braun always hold me down. Right? I'm telling you, man. Let's see. It says, what's that like? What's that like? The movie. So they have like this inflatable screen, and then they project the movie. Like they'll play like one of those kids movies because a bunch of kids will be over there running around. But those kids movies are pretty funny. And you just like you bring your folding chairs or whatever. You can bring some food. Do they have? No, they don't have. Do they have food trucks at that one? I don't think they have food trucks at that one. I think it's the music thing that they have food trucks at. And you bring some food and you just watch the movie for about 2 hours and then you go about your business. See, like I don't like to go stuff where I have to make my mind work more because I can just like go on a stream and then do work and then hang out with you guys, right? So that's what I'm saying. Says no, you had the hoodie on, tied to your head. Chump. That was like one video. Right? I know what it is. I know what it is. You like it. I see it. I never went. Oh, yeah, I like it. I mean, it's like people there, but no one bothers me, right? I just don't like to be bothered. I just don't like to be bothered, right? Unless Mitch, of course, unless it's my best friend Mitch who's bothering me, then I'll be bothered all day, right? But other than that, I don't want to be bothered. I just want to hang out. And you ever notice like, all right, I'm gonna say this, right? For guys at least, right? We could go and hang out with our friends, and we could not say anything for 4 hours, right? We could watch something. We could watch something on TV. We could watch the game. But we don't have to have any particular conversation for 4 hours, right? While other people, like, they'll just have to, you have to have some type of, you have to talk, right? As long as they don't have to talk and think, I can hang out. But now when you start asking me questions and asking my thoughts and all that, I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I just want to relax. I just want to relax. All right? I'm just saying. Mitch says, we are not friends. Stop spreading rumors. All right. I got you. Shake and bake. You gotta be a yes man if you want to be cool with Ralph. No, you don't. I mean, you and Mitch aren't yes men. And you guys are pretty cool with me. The only reason that Alexis agrees with me 98% of the time is because I threaten her with a pop quiz tariff. That's all. I can't threaten your car or Mitch with a pop quiz tariff, but as long as I have my tariffs on my side, and then I will buy my friendship. All right. Exactly, and Mitch isn't that. I have no problems being friends with people who are wrong. All right, let's get that straight. I have no problems being friends with people who are wrong. All right, I'm just saying. All right, let's do one more. I think we could do maybe two more questions. Let's see what we can get to. All right, so let's get to our next one for tonight.
Another one.
What do you look for in junior QA engineers? All right, so this is going to be a good one. Let's start reading. All right, first job as an automation QA. Are there any recruiters out there that could tell me what are your main things that you look at when recruiting junior automation QA? Let's say I would have 2.5 years experience as a manual tester and I'm pretty good in Postman and Playwright in JavaScript. What else would you need to recruit me to your company? All right, so I think I'll employ AI on this one too, but I will answer first. So let's start up our timer. So all right, so first and foremost, Postman, yes, hey, Mr. Postman, is not technically an automation tool. It is an API testing tool, which to me, while some people use it incorrectly to do automation, yes, I said it, some people use it incorrectly to do automation, it is not an automation tool. To me, it's more of a manual testing tool that you do some manual requests and then you end up automating it in the long run, all right? Or in the short run, whatever, but you still end up automating it. Playwright is an automation tool. So here's what I'll say, right? And I am not a recruiter, but I work closely with recruiters because the recruiters get from me what they should be looking for. So that's why I am qualified to answer this question, all right? So for a junior QA tester, right? Or QA engineer, automation engineer, what I would be looking for is someone who can do more than just creating a file and writing all of their automation code in that one file. To me, that's day one of learning how to write automation code. When you have when you're initiating the driver or the browser, when you are saying, all right, go to home page, click on this right here, go to this page. Like let's say you're doing like you're automating booking a ticket, a flight, right? So it's like, all right, go to home page, enter the departure location, enter the arrival location, enter the departure date, enter the return date, and where you're like, and then you click find, and then now you get to a page and where it has all the flights, and you click on the flight, you click on another flight to return, and you get to the checkout, you go through the checkout process, right? So you could automate that through all in one file, right? And if you presented that to me as your automation code, then sorry, but you are not him, all right?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
What I am looking for is someone who can write some clean automation code. I'm not looking for someone who is going to who's creating a whole framework and stuff like that, but I would like to see, so this is specifically what I'd like to see. I would like to see that you have your code optimized where you are calling you're reusing code. So like you have we'll go with the page object model, where inside of the actual test, it's only easily legible test code. So that means that your selectors are being pulled from your page object model. We did that. We did that on a few live streams when we were working on the free mind recovery site that Calculus Coder created, right? But I'm looking for to make sure that the code is it's organized neatly. So I'm looking for like a folder or a package that says page object or pages or something like that. And then now there's like a page object for the home page, a page object for, so if we're sticking with the airline example, so a page object for the home page, a page object for the navigation, a page object for the flights page, a page object for maybe the cart page, a page object for like all the steps that go through the flow, right? And the selectors are put onto the corresponding page. Not everything goes on one page. And then you properly import those page objects into the main test file. So it would say like, all right, homepage dot fill, and you're using functions and methods properly, where you can pass in parameters into those methods and functions. So like for example, I have select flight information, right? That's my function, and I say I pass in the parameter of the departure city, of the arrival city, of the departure date, of the return date, and then it clicks search, and that's a function right there, right? And I just pass that in. So on my test file, my actual test file, I say homepage dot select flight information with the parameters that I'm going to be passing. And then once that goes through, then the next page is, all right, so now flight selection page dot select departing flight, and then flight selection page select return flight, and then checkout dot fill out checkout information, where I'm passing the name, the first name, last name, all those details, and I can have different methods in that. Fill out the payment information. Those are all of the, that's going to be a very, very big thing that I'm looking for from a junior automation engineer. That, I believe, is what makes you a junior, right? What you write when you put everything all in one file, that's like pre-K. That is pre-K. All right. People in pre-K don't get hired. They don't even get to be the hall monitor, right? They might be the front of the line leader, but they don't even get to be the hall monitor. All right. I'm just saying. So like I said, I'm not looking for a framework, but I'm looking for a page object model where the code is nicely organized. And I would hope that you have very nice and clean selectors, that every time you run the test, like a little bit of a change to the site and the whole thing breaks. Nope, we don't want that. We do not want that. We want it to be if the marketing team wants to make a change here and there to this text or that navigation or whatever, we don't want it to break every single time they make a change. We want it to be very, very easy. That is like that we can be able to run it, and that it has to be a actual development change that makes us have to change our automation code. The automation code should change when the development code changes, not when the marketing is making changes to like in the content management system. All right, that is what I am looking for when I am evaluating a junior automation QA engineer. Hopefully that helped. All right. Yeah, me going off on that one. Okay. All right, let me see what we got left. Let me see. The real life bubble boy. I don't know that. What is that? Bubble boy? Do they really hire junior QA? Some companies. I mean, my company still hires like junior QA. I mean, that's not the name that they have, but it's usually like those who are coming out of college though. says, yes, I got him to read a crazy comment. See, there you go, your car. There you go, your car. Shout out to your car. Me and Mitch have no problems being friends with people who are wrong. Shout out to you guys. So you guys are friends with people who are wrong too? That's awesome. You see? No wonder we're such good friends, because I have no problems being friends with people who are wrong. You guys have friends who are wrong too. And you see? The world is a better place. The world is a better place. Mitch says, preach. Now that I'm thinking, my company calls them QA specialists. That's what we call them too. They used to be like, that's what we call them too. But our QA specialists still do automation testing. They still do automation. Car says AD is about to host a Republican rally. What? What do you mean by that? His Dr. Phil episode is the 10th on prime time. Nice. Let's see. How long has Mitch been a data scientist? From the womb. All right. He's just from the womb. He was born that way. It says not a data scientist. That's for the nerds. I'm trying to act like you ain't a nerd. We know you a nerd. We know you are a nerd. What's wrong with being a nerd, huh? What's wrong with being a nerd, huh?
How dare you?
Anyways, how much time we got left? We got 3 minutes left. I'll do. Let me see. What's this one? I'll do this question. This one is pretty quick. I won't even start a timer for this one. All right. So let's do this last one right here.
Another one.
This one says, oh, how offices have changed. So office jobs have changed, right? For those who don't know, 20 to 30 years ago, commuting into the office meant that you had your own desk and chair, no flexi desking. You often got your own office. What? With a door so you could focus on those important tasks. You often got a company car for your commute. At the very least, heavily subsidized public transportation. Offices with soundproofing, they even had ceiling panels, so no need for headphones. You even had a car park allocated so you didn't have to pay for parking. You were paid enough to buy a home within 30 minutes of where you worked. Occasional work dinners with taxi fares paid for to get home safely. So for the next time someone who is retired tells you to suck it up, remind them about how companies have turned these work environments into hellholes for many people. All right, you know what? You get up. And you also get one of these. "20 years ago, we are in 2024. 30 years ago was 1994, and 20 years ago was 2004. So in 2004, 2005-ish, I was working at a tech support company, right? And not that many people had their own offices. Like more the higher levels, directors, managers, things like, even the managers didn't have their own office. But yeah, directors and stuff, they would have an office. But I think this is a bias to where this person is from. This sounds very New Yorkish, I guess. Maybe California, I don't know. Or also it could be very government job related, public sector job related. I don't like, I would say like people did have like a desk and a chair. There wasn't really that flexi desking thing. I never even heard it called flexi desking, but people didn't have their own offices. Some people would end up sharing offices because it's wherever they could fit the people. Nowadays, offices are a lot more modern. Like, I'll ask you this. Back then, did you have stand-up desks? Did you have stand-up desks? Did you have 34-inch monitors? Or did you have those CRT?
Real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Did you have those like CRT monitors, right? And who got a company car? Like, I think this is a very nostalgic look at the past. Did you get free snacks back in the days? Did you get unlimited PTO back in the days? Did you get, I'm like, we can always look towards the past, right? But then if you continue to look towards the past, then you will never be unburdened by what has been so that we can reburden what has not yet been burdened.
Do not come.
All right? So I just think that this is like car park allocated. So it sounds like somebody who works downtown. You know, you were paid enough to buy a home within 30 minutes. Whose fault is it that you're not paid enough to buy a home within 30 minutes of where you work, right? Is it that the interest rate that was at like 7, that's current, or that when we checked on Saturday was at 7%? Is it houses that have quadrupled in price? Is it insurance prices that have gone up massively? I'm telling you, if I was to buy my house now, I'd probably be paying 3 times what I'm paying for it. When you tally up the property tax, the insurance, the interest, all of that. You know, occasional work dinners with taxi fares paid to get. I'm just gonna wrap it up like this, right? People, your car, like that last question today, this morning, right? About what do you think about ghost jobs? I'm like, what? Like, what kind of question? Like, oh my God, like, what kind of question is that? Like, what do you think about ghost jobs? I don't think anything about ghost jobs. Why do people spend so much time thinking of stuff they have no control over? I would rather think about the jobs that are that I can get, that are lining up for me. If I apply, I don't hear anything. I don't care what companies are doing. I don't care what companies are doing. That's just me. I don't care, right? You know what? You get it.
It doesn't matter what you think.
I don't care, right? I'm just saying that. Whatever happened 20, 30 years ago is 20, 30 years ago. Right now, if you're losing, then suck it up, get to work. Right? I think workplaces now are a lot more safer than they were 20, 30 years ago. And if you think that work environments are hellholes for many people, then
do not come.
And automation will come. And then you will not be happy. And then you're going to say,
I'm a knucklehead at times.
It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Anyways, that's it. That's it for tonight. That is it. All right. That question really boiled my whatever boil that gets upset. Right. I'm not happy. I am not happy about that whatsoever. You get it.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
It is what it is. Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up. We are going to wrap it up. Thank you. Let me end that question the right way. All right. Let's go with this. All right. So we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you had a grand old time with yours truly, Tech Coach Ralph. All right. You guys know the question that I have for you, as always.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I had a great time. Remember, tomorrow we have software explorations, concept and overviews at noon, premiering at noon. We do have the morning show as well, and then we have the hurricane. So we'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. I'm not rushing to get off. You guys didn't say anything. We're done. Time. The 2 hour time is up. All of that good stuff. All right. I'm not rushing. I'm not rushing. But it is 10 o'clock. It is 10 o'clock Eastern time. You know what it is. But you guys know yesterday's price is not today's price. Today's price is not. See your card before I even finish that. We are always under strict timelines. All right. We have to get everything tested so that we can deploy before the sprint is over. All right. Before the sprint is over, we have to deploy. All right. So, you know how we go. You know how we do it. You know how we do it. But that said, like I said, yesterday's price is not today's price. Today's price is not tomorrow's price because people must pay their fair share. All right? They have to pay their fair share. So, Mitch, we are coming after you, all right? We're coming after you.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
The price of the brick is going up because you must pay your fair share. All right. Bell rings. He's flying out of the class forgetting his backpack. That's true. That is true. Well, friends, family, you know how we do. You know how we do. You guys know that. You guys know that I'm
a knucklehead at times.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.